What are the representative characteristics and principal motifs of pottery produced in the Minoan civilization? Geometric patterns and marine creatures. Who was the female commander who distinguished herself on the Persian side at the Battle of Salamis? Artemisia I. Who was the President of the United States during part of the war and is also famous for the New Deal? Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Which Athenian hero killed the Minotaur and escaped from the labyrinth? Theseus. Where was the famous library that housed thousands of clay tablet documents in Assyria located? The Library of Ashurbanipal. What was the decisive battle in which Carthaginian was defeated by Rome? Zama. What human-centered way of thinking was regarded as most important in the Renaissance? Humanism. Which philosopher explained all things in terms of the four elements: water, air, fire, and earth? Empedocles. What new political system did the revolutionary government in France establish after executing the king? Republican form of government. What was the defense organization formed by Western countries during the Cold War to oppose the Soviet Union? NATO. When did the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan begin? Year 1979. Sumerian civilization was the earliest civilization in Mesopotamia. Which of the city-states founded by this civilization is one example? Ur. Which philosopher took a skeptical stance, asserting that nothing can be known with certainty? Gorgias. What event became the symbol of the end of the Cold War? The fall of the Berlin Wall. Which explorer was the first European to round the Cape of Good Hope and open the sea route to India? Vasco da Gama. Which political leader directed the Reign of Terror immediately after the French Revolution? Maximilien Robespierre. Which ancient Athenian thinker developed philosophy through the method of question and answer? Socrates. For what main purposes did medieval European kings collect taxes? To maintain military power and operate the royal court. What is the name of the supreme god in Greek mythology? Zeus. What was the battle in which Thebes defeated Sparta and became the new dominant power in Greece? Leuctruan Battle. What was the first socialist state founded by the October Revolution of 1917? The Soviet Union. The name Mesopotamia means land between two rivers. What are the names of these two rivers? The Tigris River and the Euphrates River. How did Roman emperors govern their provinces and colonies? By dispatching governors. What was the main reason European countries set out on voyages of exploration during the Age of Exploration? to secure trade opportunities and wealth. Where did Alexander the Great die? Babylon. In which naval battle were Cleopatra and Antony defeated by Octavian? The Actium battle. Why did people in Britain have such short lifespans during the Industrial Revolution? Because of poor living conditions and a lack of medical care. After Alexander the Great's death, what was the name of the dynasty that ruled the Egyptian region? The Ptolemaic dynasty. Who is regarded as the ancestor of the Hebrews? Abraham. Which ancient Greek sanctuary was famous for the Temple of Apollon and its oracle? Delphi. Which civilization founded the world's first city-states? The Sumerian civilization. What was the most important royal hall, or court audience hall, in Persepolis? The 100-Column Hall. What was the name of the Showa emperor who led Japan during wartime? Hirohito. In the Roman Republic, how many consuls were elected each year to balance power? 2. Why did the Mycenaean civilization need strong walls and heavily fortified palaces? To defend against external invasions. During the American War of Independence, which diplomat was said to obtain support from France? Benjamin Franklin. What is the central doctrine of Zoroastrianism that expresses the philosophical concept of the conflict between good and evil? Dualism. Which ideology spread through colonial regions after World War I? The principle of national self-determination. Who became the first Roman emperor and established the Principate? Augustus. In which Indonesian city was the Asian-African Conference held in 1955? Bandung. Thank you for watching until the end. We'd love to hear your feedback and historical insights in the comments. Your support helps us create even more history quizzes. Let's keep exploring together.